once again, welcome back on Earth. We do have a small problem with our mining drone. It's something that I've noticed off-screen while trying to collect a bit more resources. It gets stuck over and over again, because it leaves small pillars like this in the middle between all of the drills, where the connector gets stuck upon. And worst case, I mean, this already looks like a single voxel kind of. But I've seen instances where you essentially end up with just one block here, a single voxel, everything drilled out even underneath it, but none of the drills can access that spot. So the drone gets stuck, drills forever in the same position until the batteries are depleted enough for it to stop mining and get back home. So yeah, I fear we need to revise our design and come up with a new design for that drone. And that is essentially what I did in the background. So let me head over to the area behind the factory or the mining station, where the new design of our drone is already waiting for us. So, what did I change? First of all, the drills are much closer together. You can see the connectors also elongated to be more or less on the same depth. But the essential part is really it's much closer to they are all much closer to the center. Which makes us drill probably a more nearly square hole, because they're not extending out by one block, only those ones, because I had to turn them 90 degrees due to the connectors. And I applied a bit more design here and there, so a bit of plating just to make it look nicer. That block does not follow the right color pattern yet. Let's use the paint gun to reach that. And also here I didn't color that correctly. Yeah, that's better. Yeah, and I've added some more thrusters to make sure that we have enough thrust to get up and down and forward into each other direction. And we have less side thrusters now. 4 into the forward and backward direction, but only 2 to the sides, because honestly I kind of ran out of space. And design-wise it's also not that necessary to have them available in each direction. It still works fine. I also added another battery, so it's 3 in total of the big ones. You have one eyeletted here, the other one beneath the helm, and one in front of the helm with the computer mounted kind of top pointing. And in this space between those side thrusters are our remote controller, our gyro, and I think the antenna was in the bottom. And then, talking about the bottom, we have 3 lights again, 2 facing downwards, spotlights, 1 facing the front, and we have one, hard to see, one sensor over here, can barely make it out, and our ore detector on the other side. And the only thing remaining now is to configure that drone. But for this I need the cooperation of our existing drone. So yeah, let's see. Let's head over there, because we need to find out first of all what was our range that we configured, like how wide and how deep our mining field was configured. Then we need to find out our middle point of that field, so that ideally the new drone would drill the exact same holes over. Oh, that was close. And running out of fuel. Just wanted to check how this one is doing, and as you can see it's not moving any further, so it has encountered exactly the same issue again. It's stuck. So let's see. First of all, we stop the operation, and Then we manually move upwards, and you can see there the pillar is stuck and doesn't move forward. Then next step is to go to the job position. Which will be the center of our drilling field. Just takes a bit of time. All right. Then we move downwards. Slowly. And we can turn off our thrusters. Then next step is to find out setup mining job. Here, 13 width and height. Depth 30. I think it needs to be increased even to 40. But with that 13, we know where or how to configure our other drone, our new drone. Alright, so still one more thing that I forgot to configure, which is to give this whole grid the new name. What was it? Mining drone SE1, so we call this one miner FE-01, no, miner MK2 FE-01. Alright, and our antenna, where is it? Oh, there. Wasn't even hidden. Show the ship name. Do not show it in those menus. Same for the control bar. Our detector I don't need to see, and the spotlights, they can be on all the time. I mean, yeah, we could optimize things with an event controller that is checking that we have docked and then turns off all the devices that consume power, but we will need to iterate on this drone anyway, because future instances will need to have automatic stone disposal or extraction, so that it drops all the stone that we don't need when we are drilling a field that has specific resources that we care for and do not care for stone. So yeah, let's get started. So turning it on, and you can see also that no, I think I showed that last time, that we have added more drills here, no, more windmills. Now the one thing to take care of is that this drone is much more narrow when it comes to the space between drills and connector. So let's slowly move that down, and it should be fine. Now connect. Enter the remote controller, look at the screen, and we want to first of all behavior settings, configure that. Max load, let's say 80 for now, because I did also change the storage. We have not 2 medium containers now, but 1 large container, which should have enough thrust to move about with it. But yeah, let's configure everything. For the batteries, min 30, hydrogen ignore, return home also on damage. And we had working speed reduced quite a lot. Alright, then width overlap I think was at maximum, which was 70%. And height overlap the same. I might have forgotten to configure that one on the other drone. Ah, come on, 70. And for the rest that is fine. Then record path and set home. So, undock. lift up. Move to our mining position. Probably turn around to have more of a rectangular position here. And get down so that the drone doesn't have to go that deep for starting a new drill hole. And then stop recording. Set up mining job. I said 13 was the size in here. Actually, we can also turn on our sensor field range. Yeah, we see the sensor of the other drone as well. So that, and one further, 13 over here as well. 13 depth, I said I want to have 40, but the depth mode needs to be OR. Start position top left is fine, and start your job. And with that, it might be that this drone will still dig different holes because of the height overlap that wasn't configured correctly. But, interesting. What is it doing? Flying to dock area. Oh yeah, our battery is below 30%. That's why. That makes sense. So in the meantime, we pick up our other drone. And turn on our thrusters again. And fly back home with this one so that we can keep it there for future iterations, or just tear it down and get all of the resources out of it, which is probably the most likely thing I will do. And yeah, because of those problems and having to redesign the drone, I didn't have enough time to actually continue building out the base, but that's not the topic for today anyway. Don't want it to get boring with repetitive topics or construction projects. So yeah, let's see. First of all, let's extend that a little bit in case we need to use the rover here. Then we can tear down this pillar, which was just a temporary construction. And for today, we will rebuild our energy production because, first of all, as you can see, I've temporarily placed the wind turbines on the roof here. Maybe we will even keep them in the long run in some of the places, but not exactly those. But more importantly, depending on the time of day, this whole solar array is basically crashing into our building. Not even sure if it has already received some damage because of that. Not yet, okay. But we have to do something about that anyway. So, step one I thought would be to get a different conveyor point. Maybe we will do that from here. There should be some conveyor access point nearby. Yes, that is the medical room. That should be fine, I think. Although I know that there was a bug where you couldn't insert and retrieve items from one of the ports of the medical room, but this one seems to work fine. Can we use the lower... Oh, that is even better. So in that case, we will go with this one and use Maybe just to be safe, the full block, because otherwise air tightness might become a problem with this corner here. So yeah, let's try to pick up some resources and try to extend that a bit further. So yeah, I will do that quickly and see you in a bit. Alright, I've welded up a bit further away going conveyor tube or conveyor line. That should give us a bit more space to build a higher and larger solar array. And we can also go to the other side and build a second one later on, or just extend with regular blocks to build our wind farm. But first of all, let me check. We don't have any antennas in here, do we? Why do I not have access to anything listed here? Exploration rover is probably the antenna off. And mining facility FE. The miner is still connected. Probably also still recharging. Let's check in on it and see what is going on there. Oh, and I think it already collected the first set of resources, because we are processing stone already. Let's see, how do the batteries look like? Nearly full. Let's maybe set one of them to be listed in the terminal. Oh, 23 minutes. And the batteries of the station are already depleted. Yeah, that will take quite a while until we can continue. So yeah, let's pick up what we have here. Put into our rover. Let's head back. Right. So, next step is to basically redo what we have set up here. I won't just tear it down, I will just build the base parts until the conveyors, and then we can just tear it down step by step and rebuild it on the new structure. But I also want to, let's see, maybe we will go with round conveyor pipes this time. extend that a little bit further up before we add our rotor? Or do we add the rotor first? No, I think we will add the rotor first. Yes. Okay, let's move that up a bit. Where is it? Velocity. This way around. I want that to be at 0 degrees, more or less. Too far. That's good enough. Okay, so first of all, we take down one of these. More than one won't fit anyway. And then for that we had the food processor menu with algae farms. 2 here and 2 on this side. And then we had the flat ones, I think, like this. Then a custom turret controller. Facing this. We don't have the right materials for that. Okay. Let's weld up one of these and tear down even more. Maybe let's go with a solar panel next. Might be able to get 2 of them. Yes. Okay, so solar panels next. I want those to be... Which orientation do I want? Maybe the vertical one? Let's try that. 2 like these. 2 like that.
Fuel low.
Fuel low again.
Fuel critical.
Yeah, fuel critical, I know. Let's fill up our bottle. Did I color that in the wrong color? Apparently. Alright, where did we leave this off? Okay, we can also now this time put a solar panel to this side and to that side, because we have enough space now to not worry about any collisions. And then on the top we go with one over here and one to this side. And we don't have enough resources to build more of them, which is not a big deal. So, get rid of these 2. And then another one on this position and on that position. And we could even go further with one here. I said I want to make it bigger, so one there. And the same on the other side. Alright, and in the middle we just had our controller, which we still don't have the right materials for, of course. A bunch of steel plate is missing. Then let's tear down this controller and camera so that we can rebuild them as well. Get away with that. And set it up from scratch over here. And the camera. Alright. Next parts. Alright, and with this, our big solar panel is now ready to be configured and used. So, like last time, I will check with... Let's see, can we just use radio comms? Yes, we can. Terminal. So, the solar panels themselves we can simply hide, but first of all, everything should get a proper name. Because I haven't configured the name of a lot of blocks recently. Let's call all of that Earth Base. This is also Earth Base. Same with the solar panels, modules and turbines. And now solar panels. We don't want to see them. Rotor. This is our solar rotor. Our solar hinge. And our solar camera. And our solar controller, which will be using the rotor as an azimuth rotor, and elevation will be the hinge. Velocity multiplier set to 1 again. Camera, and always aim at the sun. That's it. It won't move right now, or maybe it did move. I think it did, yeah. But majority of movement will come from when the sun is up again. So let's check solar. We can hide actually all of those items now. Don't need to see them. And the modules, which is what I've added to our speed modules. 3 of them, I can't remember which ones, are from the assembler. Power efficiency, speed module, and yield modules are for the refinery. I don't need to see any of those. The programmable block, this is for good. Can also be hidden. Same as the LG farms, I don't want to see them anywhere. Air vents, no need to see them for now. Broadcast controllers for later as well. Assembler only in the inventory screen. The doors, I don't need to see them, but I haven't configured the automated open and closure for them. Let's do that now. Distance 1 meter. For this one we have distance 2 meters, that is fine. Or actually, yeah, it's indoors, so let's use 2 meters as well. And then hide them. Corner panels, don't need to see them. I don't need to see that corner desk or the medical room. Food processor, inventory screen, yes. But the LG farms again off. And then we have our tanks. Yes, I need to see them in the inventory screen to fill up bottles, but no need for the terminal, although it can be useful to have them in the terminal, just to check on fill state. And everything else we don't need can also be turned off. Small hydrogen tank. The thing is, we have 2 big or large hydrogen tanks now, so the small one was just for the start of the game. We could, however, think of replacing it with... where do we have it? With an oxygen tank, like this mounted to the side. But... I don't know. Let's try it. Oh yeah, that won't be airtight, of course. I forgot. If we put it like this, it won't be airtight. And we also lose the connection to the for the vent. So yeah, let's stick with what we had. The where is it? This hydrogen tank. And now we need to rename it again. And hide it from everything except inventory screens. Now the vet, I don't need to see the inventory. Oh well, let's keep the inventory here. Refill station. And batteries. Except for one. I like to keep one so that I can check on the charging state and some of the stats. And all the containers, I don't need to see them in the menu bar or in the toolbar or in the terminal. And yeah, much cleaner now. Cargo terminal, I only need to see the inventory screen. Rest can stay hidden. I'm keeping the event controller for later. Although I did hide the, what's it called? Broadcast controller, even though we're not using it yet. But yeah, we will see. Alright, we got a bit of power. And what is our drone doing? It's still recharging. 1 hour. Oh yeah, we have low wind speed as well. Not just that it's dark, but we also have low wind. Oh, that's not good. Alright. So, yeah. I would say we can continue building out the base now. Let's check how much iron we have. Okay, one thing that is curious to me is that nothing gets pulled out of the rover, which might be due to the small connector, because I know that the small connector is causing issues with other scripts and things in the game. So that might be the reason why it's not pulled out, but 10k of iron should be enough to get going with the base building. So yeah, I will start with that and yeah, not keep you watch every second of it. So see you in a bit. Alright, I did weld up a little bit of the roof of the garage, even though it doesn't have any lights or any other decoration inside of it for now, just to get further with the closing up of the building. Same over here, just a big flat plane, but yeah, once we have more resources I can refine that even further, but yeah, we are always running out of resources right now. And the miner is slowly producing or getting us stone, but it still hasn't reached any of the iron deposit and is recharging right now. And the weather at least cleared so far that the wind is back, but still we don't have a lot of power production at the moment. So yeah, I will at least go as far as placing all the blocks for a bigger wind farm. But even for that, we might be running low on some of the resources. So let's maybe disassemble 200 of our motors. Just to get a bit of iron and get the steel plates that we need produced for placing everything important. And yeah, now let's see, do we have steel plates? Yes, but I also need a bit of interior plate. Alright, so our solar array extends a little bit to the right, so we go from here. Do we use light armor blocks? Yeah, for now we use them. Worst case, we can pull another line of light armor blocks next to it and then exchange them for conveyor pipes, but I don't see why a wind farm would need conveyors. Then I know that the big windmill takes 5 by 5 blocks, so to extend, then the next one block, then 2, then again 2, and the next one. So we can have 3 on this row, and then 2 into this direction, again 2 and a 5th, and again 1, 2, 1, 2, 5, and anchor that to the ground. Like so, and then so this first one would be sitting on this corner, the next one would be one to the side, and the next one from that would again be one to the side. Because I don't know for sure, but I think they are checking also the direct straight neighbors or neighbor blocks for other windmills. And this way we can at least trick the game into thinking, hey, there's enough space for me to have no disturbance in wind production or wind harvesting is the wrong word. Making use of the wind without getting interference from other windmills. Okay, so this will be our wind farm once everything is welded up. We have 9 wind windmills? Wind turbines? Twin blade wind turbines. All slightly different elevations and slightly moved to the side to not be in a straight line with any of the others. Honestly, I didn't check it. I'm not sure if that is actually a problem or not, but I like the style also of how it's set up this way. Actually might have been better if I well, put the highest elevation parts to the back and the lowest to the front, but if we ever have the need for more power, we can basically go from top to bottom again on the other side and mirror it in the other direction. But yeah, for now I'm happy with that result, and only thing remaining now is to weld it up, which I will probably do off screen for next time. And yeah, then we also need to, well, continue our base, but I do not want you to get bored with base building over and over again, so next time I think we will do some light exploration. So I'm thinking of rebuilding the rover into a different shape, not 6 wheels anymore, because I don't think we have the need to transport that much material, or maybe go with bigger wheels and still have a bit more storage. But I want to build a better and exploration capable rover, since we have to also take care of a different way of how to find resources in this world. It's not the standard way. We need to be a bit more, not creative, but it will take more time to find all the different deposits that we need. So how is our mining drone doing? It's recharging for 3 more minutes, so maybe for the end here. Let's head over there and check how it's doing once it's charged up, and maybe follow it a little bit in its path to redo basically the field that we had. It should be drilling 10 meters deeper from every of the holes that we had, but it might also be that it's now filling the gap between the different drill holes. We will see. And we got a liftoff. So first, as always, the drone will go to the center of our job position. And from there on, target the next drill hole that was configured. And it looks like that is now in a different position than the previous ones. I'm not sure why. Maybe I did configure something slightly different than last time, but let's turn on our detector. It looks like we are still a bit further off from the first iron deposit, at least near this place here. But it doesn't matter. It will get there soon enough. But yeah, looking at the drill hole, I think this time it's working. I don't see any big spikes remaining. And we might have even gone a bit faster down than the standards, than the modified speed that I've set up. I've set it to 0.3 meters per second, I think, for the drill speed. Default, I can't remember, might have been 0.5 or even 1.0. But doesn't matter, this is working for us. So, let's see. It's shaking quite a lot, I can't even read the screen. So let's check PEM directly. Load 62%, 70%, 80%, and it's already at 87, 88, nearly 89 when leaving the drill hole, 89. And the deeper it gets, the more it fills up on the way back. And yeah, that's the full large container, and most of our drills also filled up. And we can see in the lower right corner, it's also at the capacity of our batteries to move in 3 directions, because all of the thrusters for all the down-facing thrusters are at full load right now, just to keep us in the air. So now we continue, not continuing, but returning to the job position, and from there on to the docking position. And yeah, even the connector gets filled up. It's basically filling up every inventory that we have. And how does the docking look like? Any clanking involved or scrapping near the connector? Don't think so. Just the usual. No, I think that's fine. Alright, everything is being emptied out into the base. It is working. We are slowly getting our resources and can fill up the stuff that we had in the base. And yeah, I think I will call it an end for this episode. And again, next time, just to switch it up with base building and other activities a little bit, because base building, especially in the beginning, takes a lot of time and a lot of iterations to get the right results. I want to switch it up a little bit with other activities. So power production was the topic for today, but next time we will either spend the whole episode designing a very elaborate rover, or get far enough that we can also do a test drive and get around the area a little bit, because we haven't explored really much besides getting from our spawn position up to this place. I still want to go out into the desert, maybe even cross it to the next biome, and also see what's behind those hills and the grassy areas. So we will see. So yeah, as always, thank you for watching. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so, and feel free to share it with other people. Sorry that it's so dark, but well, it's nighttime. And yeah, we need to add some more lighting in the base as well. So again, thanks for watching, and see you next time. Bye bye.